Hello, welcome to day 3 of ISE 2023. We're here with Higher Ed AV Media. I'm Mike Peterson, and I'm here with Graham Kirkpatrick from Sharp NEC, and we're excited to see what they have in store for us today.
Good. So, Mike, thanks for your time.
Yes.
Hopefully over the next 20 minutes or so, it's an informative journey for you and your users. So, we're going to start just with the only product we have off the booth. So it's our new E-Series 86-inch display. So the lineup's been complemented from next month with a 75 and 86-inch E-Series, with the 98 to follow around August or September this year. Mechanically, it's exactly the same as our M-Series product, which has also been released pre to the show. So with the only major differences between the E and the M-Series being the compute solutions that can be embedded on board.
Okay.
So improvements from the previous range is the fact we've increased the haze filter on the display. So obviously it's going to start reducing the glare for the audience and the participants involved. It's a 4K native display. It can be in portrait landscape orientation, so it suits a wide range of applications in signage or classroom environments.
Sure.
On all of the stands we're going around, obviously we can scan QR codes so we can take direct links into the products. They are attached to the EMEA website. I apologize for the US audience, but I mean I can make sure that we get the links sent through to you going forwards as well.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take the journey through and into the huddle room, so where we have a number of products and eco partnerships on show. Fantastic, this is quiet. So, in the huddle space, we actually have a industry first, which for us is a big deal. We introduced it in a highlight reel in May last year in the byproduct show when obviously ISE was brought forward. But in the M491 display, we actually have a USB-C input card, which is a native USB-C now for large format displays. We also have a 5 meter USB-C to USB-C cable, so not fiber optic extended, it is a native USB-C cable, which obviously now means from a platform of making sure that we have clean wireless spaces, we can actually do it because all of the power at 65 watts is delivered down the same cable for video, audio and control. We can scan in on the card because it is visible here, but it's a single USB-C with a dual USB 3 hub on board, so you can start plugging in peripherals like sound bars or microphones or other things to actually influence the behavior types of the screen. So it's available on our ME, our M, our MA, and our P-Series displays, which means we can do USB-C from 43 inches today all the way through to 98 when the products come into the range later this year.
That's fantastic. You know, I've been saying for a while that USB-C is where we're headed.
Absolutely.
I think HDMI is even on its way out eventually, and so being first to market, that's huge.
It's a big deal for us, big deal. And if you think that, I think the last market data figures around October last year was 57% of technology devices now support USB-C as its primary input.
Right.
That's the way the market's going.
Yeah.
So we have a common feature of USB-C through the whole stand. So we have the M491 and the M551 display, but opposite us as well, we also have our WD551. Again, primarily it's used on a USB-C, but it's a Windows collaboration device. It's also Microsoft Azure certified, and it's a 55-inch capacitive touchscreen. So it was designed to be in the huddle spaces to work with obviously certified Teams rooms environments. Since we launched it though, it's now entered into the ClickShare Alliance program for the Barcode ClickShare CX30 and CX50 devices. And then in October of last year, it was actually certified by Microsoft to go into the Azure catalog because of the IoT sensors and smart building platforms. So there's been lots of hype around this product for us well over the last 2 years now. And it just continues to go strength to strength for us over here in the UK and EMEA market spaces.
Great.
So we're going to go outside of the booth.
Okay.
I'm going to try and do this around the multiple other row tours, so I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
So
it just shows how popular their products are.
And we have a lot of guided tour booths going on through the day, which is really helpful. So this is one of the new projectors that we've launched this year at the show. So this is our P627UL. So this is replacing the P605UL, which is now gone end of life, and it's a successor. This has stayed in the super silent range, so this is an 18 decibels at full operational use.
Wow.
So great for enterprise spaces as much as it's going to be comfortable in the classroom. So it's we're alongside the 547UL, which is a slightly lower version. This really does complement our mid-range projection solution really, really well. On here, HD-based TN. So for those demanding installations where you just want that single copper cable, it's a direct input. And we've got approval with all the major players, Crestron, Extron, Kramer, Lightware, and all the other guys. So you can use any third-party transmitter and straight in on a HD-based input, as well as dealing with the control.
So that's actually, the 605 had been our standard classroom projector.
Oh, fantastic.
Right now. So we'll look forward to the upgrade.
Yeah, and it is, like I said, super silent, and it's a big deal for us when it obviously comes into that market space where audience participation and noise level of projectors can't compete against each other. So
perfect.
Just in front of me, we have our new 75-inch M series. So as I mentioned when we were looking at the E series, from a mechanical point of view, it's exactly the same as what the E series is, but we have obviously the audio input. One key thing we're demonstrating here is being used with a Cisco WebEx room system.
Yep.
So the whole of the M, MA, and P series is WebEx certified, meaning that you can have a WebEx room kit connected via a single HDMI, and the Cisco unit will deal with the screen in all the behaviors that Cisco needs it to be for optimum viewing. So it will reduce the color temperature of the screen down, which means that people can sit in meeting rooms longer because there's no glare in the screen and no eye headaches and eyesores.
Right.
The HDMI cable deals with HDMI video and audio lip sync issues, which is traditional when packet loss starts dropping out in conferences after maybe 2 hours of a call.
Right.
It also allows Cisco through their own platform to interrogate, remote monitor, and manage the behaviors of the screen. So if there's a fault, it will report back into the Cisco platform, which means they don't need to have two platforms just to manage one room. And then the final thing, which is really good for us, because it's based around the Cisco element, if the screen's off and a call comes in, the screen will wake up, but it also gives the users via the Touch 10 the chance to either say, I'm in a meeting, it shouldn't be called in, and kill the call, or accept the call through as well. So,
excellent.
Been lots around it, and it's been a really big thing for us, especially in the enterprise marketplaces.
Okay.
One of my favorite products at the show this year is our E-Series LED bundle. We'll get a bit closer, hopefully, in a moment once it quietens down a bit, but the E-Series is our essential range, so it's our entry-level range, but it's, as you see it here, it's a completely pre-packaged bundle. So that's 108 inches at 1.2mm pixel pitch, which includes your cabinets, your pixel cards, the power bar, which is a decorative frame element that hides all of the cable and infrastructure away, your overframe kit, your pixel card removal tool, your spares pack, and the NovaStar processor. We're actually exhibiting it with a partner called SMS, and the LED floor stand is going to easily be at home in any type of conference room, reception space, as much as it's going to be in anywhere where maybe it's just being used for simple retail signage.
Okay.
The E-Series comes as a 1.2mm, so as a bundle it's 108 inches, a 1.5mm is a bundle 135 inches, a 1.8mm, which is 162 inches, and this month we've launched the 2.5mm, which is a 217 inch all-in-one bundle.
Wow.
The 217 inches is also important because we've now got a 1.2mm 4K version as well. So it's where the fact that between the pixel changes, the modules are exactly the same sizes, the cards can be switched in and out. So for customers that maybe for budget constraints or space and sizing, think I can do this now, but I know I need to get it again in maybe 2 years' time, simply switch out the pixel cards, lower pixel pitch, and you can increase the resolution of the wall overnight.
Perfect.
So we're going to continue through on the booth. Sorry. We're going to come back to this one, Mike, so I'm away from Lars and hopefully we miss each other.
Absolutely.
Sorry, thank you. So we're coming into the boardroom spaces now. So, one product which has been very popular for us at the show is our 0.9mm 21x9 LED. So, obviously it's set up to compete with Microsoft Front Row's layout environments. What we have here is we have a unique product which is either as an FA, which is 100% redundant, or an FE as we're demonstrating here, in a boardroom where you have 0.9mm pixel pitch product, but it's a hot swap device. So if any pixel cards go out in operational use, you can just come in, remove it, replace the pixel card without having to take the wall down. We're actually demonstrating it with a partner, Hudley, on a system they've launched here today, and we have a room upstairs to actually show it working because lots of ambience here. This is not tracking very well because it gets too much noise. But the Hudley camera system is designed to deal with room frame, participant frame, and audience framing. And like I said, the guys from Hudley are supporting, so obviously any questions we can deal with.
Sure.
Another cool thing for us, and this is a response to customers for many years now, we've got our new desktop ranges which reintroduces LAN on the desktop.
Okay.
So with the evolution of USB-C and trying to keep clean spaces specifically for hybrid working environments, you can connect the screen via LAN. So when you come in and connect your device over the USB-C cable, you can actually have a wired LAN connection as well, which is supported by the monitor.
It's fantastic.
It also allows us to do some basic diagnostics with Naviset Server Edition, so we can see if the screen's on, off, inputs, etc. So really this was in response to a lot of enterprise based in trade floors, etc. But we have lots of customers now talking about the benefits this has to the post-COVID workspaces.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to try and do the projection from here because it will be easier to talk about both boxes. But two other projectors that we've launched at the show. I'm going to start with the furthest one first. It's our PA 1705 UL. So it complements our PA range now in the high brightness output. It's really designed for fixed venue and large lecture type theatre environments. But it's a 17,000 ANSI lumen unit, WUXGA resolution. It has 9 interchangeable lenses, so you can have ultra short throw, which is a 0.3 to 1 lens, all the way out to 7.6 to 1 lens, which means that we've got a vast range of applications and environments that's working.
Yes.
Again, it's a super silent projector, but also can be installed anywhere on a 360 degree axis. So for pointing down, pointing up, landscape projection, it can be stacked, tiled, and with Pro Assist we also offer a color balancing feature with it as well.
Okay.
The one closest to us, we actually had it as a sample unit last year because it launched on the week of the show last year in May, but it's our PV800 UL. This has replaced our PA lamp series projectors, which are very, very popular in education environments because they're a low-cost feature-rich environment. With the PV8000, 800, there's also a 710, which is a 7,100 ANSI lumen. This is an 8,000 ANSI lumen unit. Again, WUXGA. It has the complete range of lens lineups that was in the PA lamp-based unit, so you can change the projector without having to rebuy the lenses because they're completely compatible. So for an upgrade path for customers that are moving from lamp to laser-based units, it's been made as simple as we can actually make it for customers.
Wow, that's fantastic.
We're going to go through now to the hybrid meeting space, which is another product. You guys can do the Juco in the US? Yeah, I was just checking. It's made in Europe. So, this is a product that, again, it had its first debut here in May of last year, but now it's actually shipping for us worldwide. So this is our Juco system, so Ju is dual collaboration.
Okay.
What we have here is two visually perfect displays, with one being a non-touch for video, one being a touch for collaboration.
Okay.
So we have it available as a 55, a 65, and from March of this year a 75-inch version. So along with all the other features that we've seen around the stand, USB-C, Cisco connectivity, etc., this actually complements any environment very well where you're looking at things like Zoom companion mode, where maybe you have a touch pad at the table, maybe you have a screen off the line. So we're actually doing a lot of this with now in legal firms, in long distance learning for education. In fact, there was a customer on here earlier on that's looking now at 150 of these units across 2 countries. So education, we'll see how that goes. But it's very simplistic. It comes with a stylus. You can walk up, take any of the applications on the desktop, walk away, and nothing's pertaining to it because everything is still connected to the device. So from a security point of view, you can live comfortable knowing that anybody that's connected to this has still got all of that data and nothing's going to be left in the room once you leave.
Great.
While we are here, we can actually now see obviously the output of the 1705. I forgot to mention there's also a 14,000 ANSI lumen unit, same chassis, same lens options, everything's the same. It's just a 14,000 ANSI lumen version of the same unit, which is also launched as well for the show.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and do this now. So this is our computing wall. So this wall, my colleague's in the way, but we'll show you in a moment. This wall is actually showing our history of embedded compute solutions.
Yep.
So we had long adopted and utilized OPS from Intel as a standard within our displays.
Correct.
It was a standard that was formed back in 2010 between Microsoft, NEC, and Intel, which allowed us to take a very powerful compute solution, wrap it up into a very small form factor, and embed it into the screen for security.
Okay.
As the demands of the screen change and increase going forward, we've actually evolved now from OPS into Intel SDM, which is our smart display modules. But what also gave us the ability to do was re-engineer the architecture. So in all of our screens that take an SDM input, you have the ability also to install our compute module, which is based on a Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
So we have a Raspberry Pi 4 that's got a complete heatsink on board, so obviously means that we can do it for more engineered-based applications. Screen will change. But due to the form factor, we can have a Raspberry Pi compute module and maybe an expansion board on an SDMS, whether that be HD-Base-T, 12G HDSDI, all taken into one slot within the screen. It makes it a very powerful addition for customers and environments.
Right.
We also have two new features on the SDM. So we have an Atom-based for your typical signage applications, and the screen here will tell us a number of the partners that are already signed up to do that as well with the compute module. Or we actually have an Intel i5, which is our advanced SDM unit, which is designed for more demand applications like flight information display systems, where you know you have to have 24/7 uptime permanently.
Right.
We adopt all of the Intel standards with vPro and AMT, so it becomes very secure for your enterprise-based solution, which means customers also get peace of mind knowing that they have a secure environment, a secure solution all in the screen, and it's all owned by their own rights and properties.
Okay.
One final thing I want to show on this wall, and then we're going to go to our statement piece in the stand.
Okay.
So, with all of our M series displays and our P series displays, as long as it's got a bezel, we do customizations of protective glass. So, we have a screen which can be deployed anywhere in a remote environment. That's got a armor glass front on top of the panel, which means that if anyone was going to be in high traffic areas, it can be knocked or anything, you're protecting the assets that are going out into those installations. So this is really popular for us in retail spaces, but also science spaces, specifically in university campuses and higher education spaces, where these could be remotely deployed. You can't have engineering teams running out going, the screen's damaged, etc. So peace of mind post-installation that actually there's no going to be damages, no damages to this. It is an aftermarket modification, so it is a base display with an overlay. Here in EMEA, it's about a 2-week lead time from turning a base product into this.
Okay.
But like I said, it's really designed around giving customers peace of mind.
That's fantastic.
We're going to go to the final piece. This stage is always really busy, so we're going to try and get on. Apologies.
Right.
It's a microphone, Mass.
Oh. I like it.
You're jealous.
I am, yeah.
So, the whole stand that we're having this year is actually powered by our software platform called Hyperwall. So what we have here is it's set up in a 10 by 5, 1.5mm curved LED display. So this display is 316 inches diagonal, or 6 meters wide, whichever is a better metric to work on. What we actually are showing here is a range of applications. So we have this set up as it was a typical command control room. In this case, it's obviously an operations center. We have desktops which are being used as source inputs as well. But also we have the command console with Hyperwall where everything is collected, designed and distributed from, whether that be a captured input via a HDMI card, whether that be an IP stream feed that we're picking up, an OMVIF camera. There's a wide range of multimedia devices that we can bring into the system. The LED is our FE series, so it's FE 1.5mm. In the FA version, specifically for those demanding environments, we could have 100% redundancy on power, video, network and processing. So we have a very, very powerful story for those demanding environments and customers. We also have it built on a custom frame, so this has a curvature. The curvature actually meets the desk, so that's how it's been designed deliberately. But what it does give us the ability to take custom solutions with customers and try and help them realize their visions. So we offer this as a free design service, so you just have to speak to the solution guys from my colleagues in North America, and they'll happily take customer engagement, and they'll work with the customer until we can deliver a final solution.
Okay. So quick question. So the Hyperwall software,
Yes.
is that a partner or is that your software now?
No, it is a partner, very close to Joe Way, funny enough. So
Yeah.
Hyperwall are based in Irvine, California.
Okay.
We've had a unique sales arrangement with them for EMEA now since 2011.
Okay.
Where we are their sales agent basically outside North America.
Right.
So we look after the EMEA and the Asia Pacific marketplaces for them. I mean,
Perfect.
of course they have customers that are direct, but we have a business segment lead. He is here somewhere. But he also has a team of guys. They're out having conversations with customers, whether it be Ministry of Defense, Blue Light Services, airport operation systems. We have such a diverse range of installations using the Hyperwall platform. We also have customers that simply use it for digital signage,
Sure.
because it is just an IP distributed network system.
Okay.
So as long as there's a PC to pick that feed up, we can distribute content on the same network anywhere in the world.
All right. Well, thank you for the
No, thank
tour.
you.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a great show for us, and
Yeah.
long may it contain.
How has the booth traffic been?
I mean, I normally gauge that question by how sore my feet are. I normally get to Thursday before I start complaining. I got to about lunchtime yesterday, so it's great. May was really difficult to judge by. There was a lot of people that still had the threat of COVID that didn't travel. Definitely this year we're back in numbers, and this has been fantastic. All of my colleagues have said the same. There have been rumours that the foot traffic's up like 23% maybe on
Wow.
last year, so big numbers, and it's great to see that the industry is starting to thrive and being back in with people. So, yeah, long may it continue for us all.
All right. Well, thank you, Graham.
No, thank you, Mike.
And thank you, everyone. This is Mike Peterson for Higher Ed AV Media, and please keep watching. More ISC coverage to come.